This is a video that I've been wanting to do for quite some time, and that is a video on jacked baseball players before the steroid era. Now we have to go back. When I was a little kid, about 10 or 11 years old, I remember Reggie Jackson went over from the New York Yankees to the California Angels. They had this stacked outfield, and over in left field, they had this guy named Brian Downing. He also played catcher as well, but this dude was big, and you could tell he was big, had some big biceps, forearms in his uniform, bigger than the average baseball player at that time. And looking back, Brian Downing was one of the first baseball players to really be into weight training, and he was known for his strength and conditioning program and being one of the strongest players in the game. That says a whole lot, and it proved back then that lifting weights did not hurt your athletic performance, of course, if done properly. And no, the players didn't get muscle bound and lose bat speed. So, how did he start out? Well, actually, Brian Downing started out with the Chicago White Sox before he went over to the California Angels, and he ended his career with the Texas Rangers. Now, in his outfield, he was also out there with Gary Pettis in center field. You might remember Gary Pettis from This Week in Baseball, snatching that ball back over the fence. Now, you youngsters may remember his son, Dante Pettis, who played with my team, the San Francisco 49ers, and in right field, well, that was Fred Lynn, came over from the Boston Red Sox. So Reggie ended up becoming a DH. But again, Reggie is still the man, and he would be on the Jeffersons, and that would open up the doorway for Brian Downing to also be on the Jeffersons. Now, you know my man had to be jacked to have his shirt off even back then as a baseball player. He would go on to play till 1992, 275 career home runs, over 1,000 ribbies, and he actually led the league in walks with 106, which isn't bad for a big man that was a power hitter. Now, who inspired you today when you look back as one of the first muscular athletes that you remember? Let me know below, and let me know if you have in mind some other baseball players I should feature.